The shooting guard position, 6 feet.
We are just... tipping off the season. When you look around the league doors, what are you tracking?
Probably two things, B.A. The rookies. I always am so curious to see how they respond in their debut. And then the new signings for different teams. What does the fit look like?
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We've got Edgecombe. He's out there with Edwards. And it's Bonner in at the center position. Pass to Vaughn. Now Avdia. Here's Bonner, guarded by Sarr. Outside Edwards. And a miss there on the triple. Sarr passes to Johnson. Here's Christopher. Takes it inside. 6 on the shot clock. Sarr with it. 9 points for him in his last game.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Pass to Vaughn. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by McHale.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Christopher. Bailey, the pass to McHale. Tries it from 19. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Edwards. Here's Vaughn. Fades away. It's rebounded by McHale.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
Here's Christopher, guarded by Edwards. Here's Bailey, and the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play here.
And one. Ace Bailey.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Last year, this was a team that owned the paint. They were so committed to rebounding, and that's a stat you love to lead the league in.
Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Puts up a deep three. Vaughn, no good.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing been working.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Christopher. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Sarr with a screen on Avdia. Here's Christopher, and he banks in the layup.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
The Timberwolves trail. Here's Edgecombe. No points yet. Vaughn, the pass to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Minnesota again missing.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Bailey, the pass to Johnson. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Bonner. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Pass to Edwards. There's a screen from the arc. He drops it from range. Edwards has got 6.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Sarr screen. Releases. The shot by Johnson. No good.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Pass to Edgecombe. Fires from deep. Sarr pulls it in. The Cavaliers have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Christopher, defended by Avdia. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Vaughn. Minnesota in the lead. And here's Edwards. Here's the pick. A deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
3 points.
He's got 9.
Boy, that was deep. Anthony Edwards testing the limitations of his range on that one. And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy moving forward.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
We've got a line change for Cleveland. Pass to Ridnour. Here's Vaughn, still without a bucket. Shot clock at 5. The 3 from Edgecombe. They get it back. Divas. Blocked! Up top, Pajimski. Now here's Garland. He squares up and sinks it. And this game is tied up now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Ridnour. Hook loose and stolen by Edwards. Beyond the arc. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And stolen by Edwards. Here's Edgecombe. Here's Vaughn. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Well, this is his bread and butter, folks. You know he's going to be hounding every missed opportunity.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. We've got Anthony Edwards, and it's Ridnour in at the point.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Here's Christopher, and the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Christopher's got 5.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
The Timberwolves lead by 7. Doris, what's amazing about Ant-Man? He's worked to become an elite floor spacer.
The reason that's important, BA, is because we know what a dangerous driver and what a force at the rim Anthony Edwards can be. What I love is he's worked to become a legit threat, and he leaned heavily into that three-point game. So important in the modern NBA. Yeah, fundamental basketball here. Passes on time and on target.
And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by McHale. McHale's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Walker. Here's Christopher, guarded by Edwards. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Sars checked in for Walker, and it's Johnson in for Christopher. Now here's Edwards. 18 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. Minnesota again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Saw a screen. And he's going for the lob! And stolen by Edwards. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. The 3. Edwards connects from outside.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Let's get hyped, everyone. Here comes your pass-through hub squad. Let's hear you make some noise. On the court now is your hype squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Who wants to keep them? You know what to do. Make some noise.
Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. Anthony Edwards on top in the third spot. Trey Johnson.
Two premier scoring options that defenses really have to scramble to account for.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Sara screen. Garland for three. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Minnesota leading by 11. Pass to Ridnour. And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, BA, it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players, so if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
Now here's Garland. He really had an off game against the Mavericks. Outside Johnson. Over Edgecombe. Minnesota with a rebound. Bonner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Avdia. The three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Well, just ready to shoot as soon as the ball touches his hands. That is Denny Avdia. This guy has an instinct to score it.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
To the middle. And finished off by Sar.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Now here's Edwards. 21 points in the game. The three is up. Rebounded by Johnson. Cavaliers trail by 12. Bailey, the pass to Garland. And here's Sar. Jacks up a three. Here's McHale. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
From tonight, here's a look. Broken down by paint, mid-range, and 3-point shot attempts so far for the Timberwolves.
And this year, we've seen them really shy away from the mid-range game, and I certainly don't think those 10 to 20-foot shots should be your focus on offense. But adding some of those into the mix could make them a little more dangerous.
Now here's Avdia. Pass to Ridnour. Back to Avdia. Outside Edwards. From behind the arc. 8 makes out of 15 shots. He's got it going.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Manning. Here's Bailey. Pass to Johnson. And again, it's Cleveland converting.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department. Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Avdia, good.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
And down it goes. Dunked poked it through off a beautiful setup.
And B.A., that is just not fair. I mean, I had a feeling he was going to bust out the dunk. He loves the big finish.
And the fans love him. When he has space to operate, they just know he's going to do something special.
And given his ability, someone needed to rotate to try and contest that.
Pass to Bailey for three, and Cleveland another three.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Right side Edwards. Afdia from outside. Rebounded by Dampier.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Bailey, the pass to Manning. Up top, Johnson. There's Potemski. Knocks down the long J. Potemski's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Now Edwards. He's got 24. Inside. Edwards lays it in.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Johnson passes to Bailey. And Cleveland another three. And here's Edwards outside. And that's not going to go. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. And he's hit 8 3-pointers. Strong shooting performance in this one. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were in a close game. Who will get the edge in the second half, Shaq?
Whoever's more loose coming out the locker room, you have to be flexible in the second half. You got to make adjustments.
Yeah, that makes sense. Shaq, you're pretty loose yourself, you know. What's the difference today?
I've been meditating, staying mindful in the moment. Nothing bothers me now. Wait, where's my pen? Who has my pen, Ernie?
Clearly, it's a work in progress. Here, use mine. And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control.
Yeah, he's high point so far. You see the plays they're running for him? Featured through the half. I expect that to continue.
Yeah, same.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. 4-point game. We've got Sarr. Johnson is out there with Bailey. And it's McHale in at the 4. And that's the group for Kenny Atkinson as we begin the second half.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Vaughn, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Christopher. Pass to Sarr for the lead. He got a piece of it. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Edwards. The Cavaliers pull it in. McHale's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bailey, the pass to Johnson. Now here's Sarr. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Vaughn from deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, his teammates have really picked him up. But I'm sure, boy, they'd love something down the stretch out of this guy.
Sarr a screen. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Pass to Edgecombe. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. Edgecombe's got 5 now.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Here's Christopher. 3-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Time for T-shirts. T-shirts are on their way. Get on your feet and get loud. Okay, everyone, let's get up and get loud for some T-shirts.
Making a change here. Garland's checked in. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. 5th, the Timberwolves.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Here's Edgecombe. 5 points in the game. Avdia outside. Takes the 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Avdia's got 9 points.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
It's Christopher on the wing. Sar with a screen on Avdia. And he lobs it up! To the paint. Edwards finds Avdia. The kick out to Edwards. And they double up Edwards. Here's Vaughn. Off the mark there with a 3.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Shots good by Sar. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Pass to Edwards from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Sar's got his 6th rebound on the night. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Walker, he's checked in for the Cavs. Pajemski comes in for Johnson.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Outside Pajemski. Inside, Walker. And the jam by Walker.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Cleveland shooting their 2nd free throw attempt on the night. The Timberwolves have gone cold here in this 3rd quarter. Just 3 of 9. Pass to Ridnour. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Edwards looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. Walker pulls down the board.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
to McHale. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Minnesota in the lead. And here's Edwards. Here's Ridnour. Back to Edwards. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. Ridnour, no good. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's the steal. Now here's Edwards. Defense is right there. Pass to Vaughn. Looking to get back on track. Pajemski grabs the board.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Edgecombe. Three-pointer on target from range. Edgecombe's got 6 in the quarter.
Willing passes, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
See yourself on the screen, and you show the best move. Let's go. We have a dancer. No foul. Let's hear it for all the dancers.
Substitution for your Cavaliers. Dampier.
Danny Manning.
And here's Garland. Pass to Manning. Up and in on the layup. Manning's got his first points of the game.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Vaughn from downtown. That one is off.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Manning. 6 to shoot. Outside Pajemski. And that misses. That would have put him up. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a low 29% since halftime. Pass to Vaughn. Here's Edgecombe. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Edgecombe's got 11.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's Dampier, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Manning. Yep, that one's good.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Edwards. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. He can't get it to go. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. We've got Anthony Edwards. He's out there with Edgecombe. And it's Bonner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Here's Bailey. Outside Johnson. Pass to Bailey. Outside Johnson. And the layup is good off the glass.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Sara screen. Christopher pass to Sar. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Edwards. Back to Avdia. Ooh, they pick off the pass. They push it up 4-on-3. Christopher's shot is good.
Oh, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
Over to the left wing. Here's Bonner. Pass to Avdia. The three is up. Knocks it down from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Edgecombe. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And here's Edwards outside. And the three-pointer goes. And now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Avdia outside. Pass to Edwards. Launches it. It's rebounded by McHale. McHale's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Christopher, defended by Avdia. Back to Christopher. Now Sar. And here's Bailey for 3. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Outside Edwards. Pass to Edgecombe. Back to Edwards. Avdia outside. Fires for 3. Unable to get that one. Good D by Sar. Cavaliers trail by 5. Bailey to pass to Christopher. Now here's Johnson. Lets it go. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Johnson's gotten 4 this quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Christopher, pass to Johnson. Deflected! And that'll be Cleveland's ball as it goes out of bounds. Cavs keep possession here. On the clock. It's rebounded by Bonner. Bonner's got rebound number 11. Pass to Edgecombe. Pulls it. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Sar down low. Defended by Avdia. And Sar with the basket. On the assist by Bailey. Bailey's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Edwards. There's a screen. He launches. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Timberwolves have Bonner, Taylor, team time.
Here's Johnson. Touches it off the glass.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now Edwards. Let's loose for 3. Nope.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
And he slams it down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Beyond the arc. Oh, no good.
This is what you call trying to shoot your way out of a slump, and I'm not sure that's the best approach right now.
Minnesota in the lead. Now Avdia. Now Edwards. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter here. Oh, he misses the layup to tie it up. And yes, sir, lays it up and in.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
For your Cavaliers. Shooting. 1.
And Sarr, no good on that one. Left side, Edwards. Misses the three.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Christopher, defended by Avdia. Sarr with a screen on Edwards. Clock at 6. Oh, he leaves no question.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Vaughn. Ooh, poked away. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr. And we have to take another look at that block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Outside. Ooh, they can't stop the run with that one. And they go to the intentional foul.
Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
And Minnesota calls time here. They trail by 4. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Seconds left in the game. Another chance. Ooh, the shot misses. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
At the line for Cleveland, Kevin McHale. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And Kenny hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that should do it. No miracle comeback tonight, but boy, what a game, fellas.
Rebounded by Sarr.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so the Cavaliers take the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game.